What's up, everyone? This is Christian Duke, and you're watching Strength Addicts on IG Live, replays at IGTV, YouTube, Facebook, and SoundCloud. So today, I want to go back in time. What's up, El Rudo? How are you? All the way from Uruguay. I want to go back in time, but before I do, I want to say a big thank you to our title sponsor, BlackstoneLabs.com, your go-to source for all your hardcore bodybuilding supplements. Remember, loyalty is everything. And if you're looking to get involved in the fitness industry, consider applying to the Blackstone Labs Legion today. Also, a big thank you to our supporting sponsor, Titan Medical Center, for all your hormone replacement therapies, medical weight loss, immunotherapies, and so much more. Check them out at titanmedicalcenter.com. So, I want to go back in time. And the reason I want to go back in time is because, as you guys know, Sugar Shawn Ray, IFBB Hall of Famer, commentator, promoter, MC, was under fire this week because of the petition that now I think has over 2,000 signatures. Wow. Okay, well, anyways, we're going to go back in time to when Dallas McCarver, Redcon 1 sponsored athlete, posed in front of our president, NPC president, Ivy Pro League president Jim Mannion, because he wanted to see how he was looking for an upcoming competition. Now, the reason that I make mention of Redcon isn't because I'm with Blackstone, isn't because I'm trying to throw shade or anything like that. It's relevant to the story. So, at the time, Shawn Ray worked for Muscular Development, Steve Bleckman's publication. And he had an interesting role. He wasn't really the editor-in-chief. Well, first of all, there is no editor-in-chief. Steve is the publisher. Ron Harris is a senior writer. And Ron Harris is also the editor-in-chief of Muscular Development Online. But he wasn't like the official editor-in-chief of the magazine, okay? Shawn was like a commentator / writer / do everything kind of guy. So he was, he had a lot of influence, and he had a lot of, local import as a Hall of Fame bodybuilder and all the titles that he's had. And he was a very important person at MD. So, Dallas poses for Jim Mannion, and Dallas was not in shape. And so, Shawn, could have done the PC thing, could have done the smart business thing, if you will, and sort of turned a blind eye. But that's not Shawn Ray. Shawn was actually very critical of Dallas. So much so that, much like this week, the entire industry came down on Shawn. Shawn, how dare you? Shawn, you should apologize. Shawn, don't you know Redcon is MD's biggest sponsor? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You've got to apologize. Now, to Steve Bleckman's credit, Steve never pressured Shawn to either apologize, to retract, to pull away, because Steve recognized the journalistic integrity from which Shawn was coming from. Shawn wasn't looking to put out a puff piece. Shawn wasn't looking to be soft or protect the bodybuilder's feelings, or he was interested in putting out the truth. And so there's a lot of respect to that, and that's why I'm so fond of Shawn as a commentator, and why I think that so many times he takes a lot of heat. Look at Dave Palumbo of RxMuscle.com. Dave has been accused by a lot of people of being soft on the people who his sponsors sponsor. You know what I mean? And other websites have been accused similarly so, because they're not going to bite the hand that feeds them. Shawn wasn't looking to disenfranchise Redcon from Muscular Development. Shawn was simply looking to report the truth. And so a lot of times when you report the truth, you take a lot of heat for that. And Shawn's the kind of guy who can take the heat. He can back up the talk. He's unfiltered. He's raw. He's to the point. And that's what's gotten him in trouble now as well with some of the people that, pushed this petition. Because, Shawn was saying that, some people looked like they were using synthol. Shawn was saying some people weren't in shape. And so, the thing is, a lot of people whether it's competitors or it's their coaches or it's their sponsors or it's their fans, cannot deal with someone as unfiltered and raw as Sugar Shawn Ray. So what do? They say, oh, it's Fuad's time. It's BPAC's time. It's Jose Raymond's time. You know, they say that because they want Shawn to shut up. They want Shawn to go away. Now, I will be honest with you. It would have been nice if Dan Solomon came out and said, Shawn's our guy. But as long as Dan, as long as Jake, as long as the whole camp of Wings of Strength didn't require Shawn to retract or pull away or do anything differently, then I give them the same respect that I give to Steve Blackman. But the bottom line is that journalists should not be silenced for speaking truth. And if you can't deal with it, guys, go to another page, go to another channel. You know what I mean? Fuad, BPAC, Jose, if they want to be commentators, their time will come. They're very, very good at what they do. I am certainly not denying that at all. But I just think that, you know, when these calls for sacking Shawn Ray come as a result of him being critically objective, I think that's a problem for bodybuilding, because it means that journalists that have the balls, okay, let's just call it like it is, journalists that have the balls, okay, the stones to report the truth, have to fear getting sacked for doing so. That's a problem, guys. That's not a good thing. That's not a good state of affairs at all. And again, much to Shawn's credit, didn't back down, didn't apologize, and it'll be a cold day in hell before he does so. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This is Christian Duke, Strength Addicts on IG Live, replays on IGTV, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud. Also, right after this video, at around 7:30, I had said 7, I'm sorry, I'm a one-man army, 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go on over to StrengthAddicts.com and listen to the Tank Charles Dixon podcast, the title of which is Has Bodybuilding Forgotten the Tank? And I got to be honest with you guys, you know, he says he hasn't heard from Muscular Development, he hasn't heard from RX Muscle, he hasn't heard from anybody all year long. It's only been Christian Duke of StrengthAddicts.com, backed by Blackstone Labs and Titan Medical Center, that reached out to the Tank. Guys, he was runner-up at the Arnold Classic. This has been, you know, one of the densest, freakiest 212 bodybuilders of all time. You know what I mean? I put him up there with Jose Raymond. I mean, he is a freak. And the thing is, he was totally forgotten in 2020. And when I went to the Olympia in 2019, guess who else was totally forgotten? Sean Clarita, David Henry, Ahmed Ashkenani, Eduardo Correa. Guys, you know, I hate to, you know, with my like little platform here in my little office in Louisville, Kentucky, it pains me to tell the Giants how to do their job, but you're not doing your job. If guys like Charles the Tank Dixon are asking me on our podcast, did bodybuilding forget me? No, bodybuilding has not forgotten you, Tank. I promise you that. I hope you guys check out the podcast at StrengthAddicts.com and all social media platforms. Once again, kudos to Sugar Shawn Ray, who tells it like it is, guys. He tells it like it is. And it's only when he tells it like it is that these silly little petitions circulate and that people want his head. They want his head on a platter. Why? Because he told it like it is. I don't think so, guys. We need journalists like Shawn Ray. We need journalists who are not in the pocket of supplement companies, who are not in the pocket of influencers who tell it like it is. That's what we need. All right? So, has JD Fox forgotten about arm wrestling? I don't know. I haven't heard from JD Fox there. Superman ___4. It's a lot of underscores. All right, guys. Well, thank you so very much. In the words of the great PJ Braun, peace out. Bye.